Hey, all right. Stoye from South Africa, Zimbabwe, UK, Imo State, Lagos, Nigeria. Welcome, everybody. I am happy to have you on this call. And it is 7:05. We will be starting. Okay. This is my workbook. I hope you also have your workbook opened. Okay. We will get into the workbook shortly. Um, for those that are on this workbook and you want to write or you want to fill in your answers in this workbook, what you have to do when you come here is find where you have your file, whether you are on a mobile device or on a desktop. Find where you have your file, and then you click on make a copy. When you make a copy, it will duplicate it for you. And that duplicated version, you will be able to write directly inside that copy. So that is how because I think I noticed that some people were asking questions about how they can fill in directly into the workbook. So you can do that. Another thing is you can download it and use your Microsoft Word on your system or your mobile device to open it so that you can type directly in it. Alternatively, have your notepad by your side so that you can also scribble some things, as we think, because we will be thinking deeply in today's class. Now, so I will be alternating between the workbook and my slides as I start teaching today. Today, I will be using a case study to take us through this process. I'll be using a case study, and this case study is the story of a couples counselor who made $0 in 2 years. She was on social media doing everything that every coach she came in contact with told her to do to grow her business. But for some reason, it just was not working until she changed just one thing, and in 3 days, after changing that thing, she was able to generate $800. Now, it is not the number that is the most important thing in this story. You see, the most important thing is the timeline, that she could not do anything in 2 years, but in 3 days, something changed. What changed within that 3 days? It is the exercise that she did that changed things for her in 3 days that we are all doing in today's class. So again, I want to ask you, are you ready for me to start this work with me? So you may fall into two categories if you're here on this call. The first category is you have ideas, but you have not solidified the ideas. The ideas are not, they are still vague. You're not really sure about these ideas, and you're wondering how to properly, present it to your audience. So you have not really started the coaching business or creating of digital products, as the case may be. Or you are here, you have already started doing something, just like Banire. You're a new coach, you're trying to find your footing and you do this, do that, but everything is just not working as you thought it would. Things are not looking like they should, and you're quite worried. You're thinking, is this really the, right path for me? Well, if it is the right path or not, by the end of today's class, you will know without a doubt what you need to do. Because again, I know that I have people here that your expertise, confounds you yourself. You feel like, wow, I have gathered so much knowledge over the years and I'm not really doing anything with this knowledge. You have more expertise than most successful coaches. You are online. on social media, and every time you see people in an area you have, you know that this area you're an expert here, but for some reason you're not doing anything, but you see people doing it, and you desire to be like that, or experience. You have gathered experience because, again, in today's class, you will understand that expertise is different from experience. Or you have a lot of experience in certain things, maybe through some things that have happened to you in your life because of your lifestyle, because of the type of life you've lived and all of that. You have gathered knowledge and experience. And you see people, doing things, big things, huge things within this same experience that you have, but you're not able to translate it to something tangible. Or you are the type that you have 5 degrees, 2 master's degree, you are a professor, you are a doctor, you have this, you have that, you have this certification and that certification and that certification, but still nothing is coming out of it. Well, I want to tell you that there is a reason why that is happening. Not one reason, there are reasons, and we will go into each of these reasons one by one today. Again, for those just joining us, please bring out your workbook. We will be using that workbook. If you don't have the workbook, you will not be able to follow today's class. So if you're asking the question here, how do you get the workbook? Please go into the WhatsApp group. If you are in the WhatsApp group, if you are not in the WhatsApp group, please send an email to support. My team members are here. Please drop our email into the chat. Drop the support email so that anybody who needs the workbook can send an email and you can forward the workbook to them. Okay. Now, Banire is the name of the case study that I am using to teach in class today. And she was a couples counselor, like I said, for 2 years. And using today's workbook, this workbook that we're going to use, to work today, she moved from being a couples counselor to a career growth coach for mid-level professionals using Strength Finder. And you may be wondering, that is outside of our expertise? That is not our passion? That doesn't look like what she wanted to do? Well, there is a reason, a very big reason, and today I will explore all of those things to you. We will explore all of those things, and you will see what you have been missing all these years. Why should you listen to me? My name is Mayowa Adeoti. I know I have not introduced myself since I started the class. My name is Mayowa Adeoti. People call me Coach Mayowa. And I want to tell you the specificity secret that built my $2 million agency here in Nigeria. I am from Nigeria. I stay and live in Nigeria. And I have helped clients all over the world. Even though I stay in Nigeria, I've helped my clients, to make millions using just one principle. And I have noticed that for every client that we get successful results for in my agency. So apart from being a coach, I also run a digital marketing agency. And this is basically what we do at the agency. What I have seen with data, millions of data points, is that the more specific you are with your positioning, the higher your profits. Yeah. So as you start in this industry and you really want to do well in this industry, you have to understand that your positioning has to be unique. It is all about positioning. If you don't get that right, you will struggle. And it is the same secret that I apply all over for our agency clients that I also apply with my students. It is the same thing that gave Banire $800 in just 3 days. It is the same thing that gave my students, Uduak, 38 students in our very first launch. She had never done it before. She had imposter syndrome. She didn't know she could do it. It is the same thing that gave Yvette, a baker, $3,500 in our first launch. It is the same secret that Omowumi, a 60-year-old school owner, 14 students on her first launch. Sifawu, that had so many ideas and was always posting about this today, another thing tomorrow on her social media. It is the same thing that made her $3,000 monthly last year. It is the same specificity secret that Dr. Simeon, that had been trying for 20 years with no results, launched and had 70 students on his first launch and even created a new business out of the idea. So if you are not serious about this before, I want you to settle down. I want you to settle down and get serious because we are about to start. Now, I have this diagram that I want to explain to you before we start things. And this is what I have learned after coaching over 5,000 students, that there are only three things that separate confused experts from confident coaches making thousands of dollars on a monthly basis. And I call it the expert to coach triangle. I will explain to you. You see, if you are on this call today, you have three desires. And I'm pretty sure about it because you see, I know my target audience very well. So I know for everybody on this call today, you see these green circles, you fall into one of these green circles. So it is either you are looking for clarity, you have so many ideas and you don't know which one you should start with. You want to know which one will be the most profitable for you. You want to identify the most profitable products that you can start selling, or that you can start selling either as a coaching program, a video course, even an ebook, any form of digital product that you are passing across, a knowledge product. Or you have experience and all of that, and you don't know the product you can create out of it. Now, number two is you don't know, maybe you have an idea of what you want to do, but you don't know how to present it. You don't know how to create an offer. You don't know how to create what we call an irresistible offer. That is the second category of people. And the third category of people are people that you have an idea of, you have clarity, you have your offer, but you've not been able to make sales. And you're so looking forward to your first 10 sales at least. If you're here, congratulations. Because the reason I invited all of you for this call is so that you can come and test the day one of my expert to coach 3 days challenge, where we handle all of those things. We handle clarity, we handle irresistible offer, and we handle first 10 sales. You know the beautiful thing about expert to coach and why I have so many testimonials. I have so many video feedbacks that I cannot even finish editing them. It is because for every cohort of expert to coach that we do, people go out with so much confidence because they did not come to listen to me. No, they come and then they do, just like we will be doing in today's class, because this is a trial version of day one. A part of day one of Expert to Coach Challenge is what I'll be doing with you today, and we will be dealing with clarity. Now, if you think you fall in 2 or 3, and you're wondering if all we are doing today is just one, which is clarity, how will I benefit from this class? Because I think what I need is how to create my offer and make my offer irresistible and compelling. Or you think what you need is just sales. Let me tell you, almost all the time, I have found out that the reason number 3 does not happen, the reason you are not making sales is because of number 1. And I realize also, if you have an offer and your offer is not compelling enough to translate to sales, it is also because of clarity and your positioning. So we will be taking care of that today. so that your many conflicting ideas will become one idea that you will be able to run with. And you will know how to present it. And the step-by-step action you need to take to start getting your very first sales. And to start today, we will do what I call the passion and excellence audit, which is the first stage that will now move us to positioning. Because again, the goal of today's class is to get your unique positioning. And then we go through the exercise that I call the 5-level niche method. Now, let's go to our workbook. Who is ready to do the workbook with me? Who is ready? Who is ready to go into the workbook with me? Are you following? I hope you're following. I'm watching the chat to see your answers. Good. Ready, 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 ready. Good, good. Good. Mildred, please just, send a chat. It's easier for me to read chats than unmute people because I see you raising your hand, or maybe you're telling me you are ready. All right, good, 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 good. Now we can start. John, if you are here, John or Toby, please drop our email address into the chat so that, people who need the workbook can go in. Please drop that. Or, you know what? Let me just drop the link here. You can go click on this. For those who don't have the workbook, click on I just dropped the link in the chat and you can just, access it. Now let's go to workbook 1. Now, some ground rules. This workbook will help you to understand the gap between what you know right now and what you can start making money from by transferring your knowledge to other people. It will show you how to break down your positioning and get the best one. It will diagnose why you have not launched yet, why you've not done anything. Because again, it is another thing to have the knowledge. It is another thing to take action and do what you have to do. And you will understand what your next steps are. Now, the first thing that I want you to do is I want you to list your passions. Before we even go into it, let me tell you a quick story of a former student that gave me a video, even a video testimony. I don't have it here. But, in the video, she said, when we started with the workbook, the word she used was, I felt very disgusted. Because I felt like, what's this? List your passion. List your, what's this? This is too basic. This is too, what is this? And she said, until she started sweating midway into the class, because she now realized, wow, this is real work. And it is the kind of work I should have done several years ago that I didn't do, because she started getting clarity. As simple as these questions are, by the time we tie it together, it will be as if you will have a different understanding of everything that you need to do. So the first thing I need you to do right now is fill this part that says list your passion. And I'm going to give you 5 minutes to do it. Yes. I will give you 5 minutes to fill this part of your workbook. 5 minutes. I hope we are all feeling it. I'm setting a timer. I'm setting a timer so that the timer will tell us when that time is up. When you are writing down the things you love, don't write it together. I want you to separate them because that is the idea behind this class. Separate all of the things that you're passionate about. Write it down. That is why we have up to 5, blocks here. So write out the 5 things you can remember that from time you've always been passionate about these things. You love it. So you will write the thing you love, that thing you love, and why you love it. That's what you want to write down inside this box. That thing you love. You don't have to be skilled in it. You don't have to be very good in it. We'll get there later. But right now, we just want to know things you're passionate about. So write out the things you're passionate about. I love teaching teenagers how to be confident. Why do you love it? Because while I was a teenager, I struggled with confidence. And now that I am an adult, I realize that it is a big component of being successful in life. Can you see what I did here? Can you see what I did there? So you write what you love and the reason you love it. I love showing people how to use food to heal their diseases. Why do you love that? Because I love to see people in my community, my family and friends, I love to see them very healthy. Can you see my examples? That is what you want to do. Your workbook is not different. Jumoke, please, can you get the right workbook? This is the workbook that everybody has. Please check that you downloaded the right one. Good. So write it out, please. Write it out. We have 2 minutes more, 2 minutes more for you to do this. I want you to write at least 5 passions. Yes. So don't say, oh, I came here because of this, my idea. So you are only writing about that idea. This does not work like that, please. Write out everything. Even though you came here with your idea, that's okay. That's okay. But still, do these exercises and do it properly. Okay? So please, write it out. Write it out. Even other things that, maybe you forgot about before, but now that you're doing this exercise, you can remember. You can remember. So things are coming. You're being reminded of things. Write out those things. Maybe you used to be passionate about it 5 years ago, or 7 years ago, or 10 years ago, but life happened to you, and then your trajectory in life changed, and you started doing other things. So because of that, you forgot this other thing that you used to do that used to bring you joy, a lot of joy. That thing that you used to love to do, write it down if you can remember it right now. We have less than 1 minute. We have less than 1 minute. Less than 1 minute to go, and we will move to the next thing. Less than 1 minute to go. Who is writing? Who is writing? I hope you're all writing, please. You see, the thing about classes like this is, if you just sit down to listen to me without doing, and you say, oh, I'll do it later, there's no assurance that you will do it later. So why waste this 90 minutes we'll spend together? Why waste it when you can use it to work and do the work so that you will get over procrastination? Because that is what a lot of people pass to procrastination. Good, our time is up. Now let's go. And I'm going back to my slides. So we have exercise 1, right? You have done exercise 1. Now let's talk about passion. You just wrote out your passions, you know. Let's talk about it. Because again, a lot of people believe that I should coach what I'm passionate about. If I want to start teaching people, I should teach them about something I am passionate about. Let me shock you. Your passion could be a trap for you and keep you broke, because when your passion does not have what we call proven excellence, it is an hobby. It's not a business. So if you're here to build an hobby, then maybe you don't need to really go through this exercise with us. These exercises, maybe you don't need to do them. But okay, someone says I should remove the timer. Let me do that right away. Okay. Proven excellence is very important to attach to your passion. As important as passion is, the reason a lot of people find it difficult to go beyond that thing that they are passionate about is because they have failed to apply proven excellence. Now we will go to exercise 2 right away. We will go into exercise 2 and you will do exercise 2 just like you did exercise 1. And I will give you another 5 minutes to do exercise 2. But again, before we move to exercise 2, I hope you also filled this part B of exercise 1 that asks questions. It's just, you just need to click, 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 click. That's all you need to do for this part. For all the 5 passions you listed, and it doesn't have to be 5. For you, it may be 3. For you, it may be 2. For some other people, it may even be more than 5 that you had listed down. You should ask yourself these questions before you move to the next part. Have you been paid for this passion in the last 12 months? It doesn't matter if it is your current work, if it is your current 9 to 5. In as much as you have been paid for it, please click if it is yes or no. The result you got from this passion, by doing this passion, you got certain results because you're doing things for people. Do you have those results documented? If you have the results documented, click it. For this passion 1, yes. For passion 2, no. For passion 3, yes. Click. Could you prove the excellence? Meaning the results that you have documented. Results means positive results. You got positive results for that passion because you're probably excellent in that passion. Can you prove it? That result that you got, do you have proof, like evidences? Do you have like people that this thing happened in their life? Or do you have, are there entities? Is there anything or even a document that can prove that excellence? And it's okay. Just don't feel anyhow, even if all your answers are no, 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 no. That's okay. That's fine. And before we go on, I'd like to see in the comments, tell me, what are the answers that you have while doing this exercise? How many of your passions that you listed have payment, results, and proof? It's okay. It's okay for it to be none. It's okay for it to be 1. It can be 5. It can be 3. It can be 4. It's okay. Good, good. 2, 1, only 1. No, 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 no. That's fine. That's okay. Good. Please record this because we will use all these numbers As we progress, we will use these numbers, and they are very important. Now let's move to exercise 2. So this is the excellence evidence test. Because again, you may have answered no, but you didn't understand exactly what that is supposed to be. So I'll start another timer for 5 minutes right away. And it starts counting now. Now we want to list your skills. Remember that I said during the first exercise that you can only list your passion, that you don't necessarily have to be skilled in it, because now we are about to catalog your skills. So write out your skills, write down 3 to 5 skills or areas where you consistently perform well. When you're skilled in something, you will do well in it. There's no argument to it. It is how things work. So you will know the skills that you have. You see, when people, and again, I think for some people, you don't even recognize that you're skilled in something, but you do that thing extremely well because people give you feedback on it. So every time you do this thing, people come to you and say, wow, that thing, that advice you gave me, I applied it and it gave me this result, this result. And then another person comes to you another time and say, oh, do you know that thing? You told me to do it this way. I did it and it worked so well. Or in your organization, anytime, say, a task is to be done, say something like a proposal writing, it is supposed to be another person that will do it. But your superior, your boss will insist, oh, I want this person to do, I want Akintoye to write the report or to write the proposal. Why? They are always looking for you because there's a way you do it and you do it excellently well. You are just very good in it, and people give you feedback on it every time that, this thing, you're so good at it. Oh, you're so good at it. Those are the things you're skilled in, even if you don't know. So Olajumoke says, what if your passion pays you but not others, e.g. buying real estate? So if I understand your question very well, Olajumoke, that passion pays you. You are asking this question because of exercise 1B. It pays you, then you click yes, because it is paying you. Even if it is not for others, it pays you. You're making money from it. That's what it means. If it pays you, you can present it in a way that it will start paying others and you will still make money from it. Braxton says, what if I give advice on just anything and it works? Think about it very well. Think about it very well. There are areas that most of the time, if you look at all of the advices, that catalog all your advices, let's say there are 50, you can highlight 50 people that you have given advices to. Look at it. Within that 50 people, you will have at least 2 or 3 categories that are the most common. You would have at least 2 or 3 categories that most of the advices that you give that work fall in these major categories. So think about it we have less than 2 minutes to finish up this part of the workbook, part A. I hope you have written out the things you're skilled at. You just know how to do it. You are good. You've been doing it for years, or maybe you just even started doing it, but you do it pretty well. You do it very well. People give you feedback on it. We have just about 1 minute more. So you can just success to answer your question that you put in the chat. I would say just categorize it as business advice for now. Don't worry, we will break it down later. Certification may not be a skill. that you have, that you are certified in something does not mean you're skilled in it. You're skilled in something you get results in, whether for yourself or for others. So for example, you went through, maybe you lost like 60 kg. You over a period of 6 months, you lost like 60 kg. You did it for yourself, but you are skilled in losing, in knowing what to do to lose that kind of weight. That is a skill because you got results for yourself in it. Investment advice, did it give results to the people you gave their investment advice to? When a skill that has no result can at best be categorized as an experience, not a skill. It can at best be categorized as, oh, I'm experienced in investment, so I advise people. The question is, do you have results in it? That is when it is a skill. That is when you're skilled in it because you have evidence of results in it. So write that down. And I hope you have also answered the part B of the question. I was really focusing on that first part because it is really important. Our 5 minutes is fast spent right now, but this is also a part you have to do. The specific result you achieved, the specific result you achieved, who achieved it? Of course, you, and the time frame you used in achieving it. I'll give an extra 3 minutes here to do this part because we cannot go over it. It is really important. So you do this second part. If you've written out your skills, it's okay if you have only 2 skills or 3 or 1 even, but write down as many as you can. And then now answer this part of the question. What is the specific result that you achieved with that skill? I lost 60 kg weight in 2 months. I'm not saying it's possible. I'm just saying something. Or I was able to plan an event that attracted 2,000 delegates from all over the world with, and something, write it out. Or I made, I gave a business advice that made 2 million naira for another person within 2 weeks. Can you see how I'm being specific in how I list out the results that you achieve? So for that skill, what specific results? Put time frame, put numbers as much as possible to make it as specific as possible. It doesn't have to be monetary. See, Abigail, I just said I lost 60 kg. Or let me say, I helped a 60-year-old man reduce his blood pressure. His blood pressure went from 100 over 150 to 50 over 60. I'm just saying. But add numbers if you can. If you do it consistently and repeatedly, pick out the best one you have done, the best results. So if you've gotten the results so consistent, so much, pick out the best one, write it out. The best results you've gotten. Yes, Abigail, marriage restored. So say they were separated for 10 years or they were on the verge of separation after 10 years of marriage or something, and within 6 weeks, they came back. They did, be very specific with the results you got for those people. Thank you, Koketso. This is really good. Relieved someone of epileptic seizures for 3 weeks after suffering daily. That is specific, and that is a result. So start thinking about the results you have, whether it is for you or for someone else. Our time is up. Our time is up. Now, how many documentable evidence do you have? Drop it in the chat. Drop it in the chat before we continue. How many documentable evidence do you have? Before I continue, before I share my screen again, I would like to read the chart. For those that did this exercise, how many documentable evidences do you have? Good, good. More than 6, 2, 3. Good, good. It's good to have these numbers. 4, 7, 5. Good, really good, really good. Well done. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on. Now, let's talk about the authority formula before we go back into the workbook. You see, the foundation of everything that you need to know and that we will be doing in class today is the authority formula. Let me check my time. It's almost 1 hour. I'm trying to be very mindful of time here because we have 90 minutes. I'll try. But you will pardon me if we spend more than 90 minutes, because I also want to ensure that I am as thorough as possible. You see, the basis of everything, like I said, is the authority formula. And there are 3 parts of the authority formula that you must have a check in. For any idea that has any, that could be viable, must pass through this authority formula. And the first part of the authority formula is, what are you passionate about? We've done that. That is your heart, what I call your heart. The thing that is just, is just, you love it. It's just you. It is part of you. That is the thing you're passionate about. It is good that it is a pillar. So that idea that you are finally going to float, your heart should be a pillar. The next thing is, what have you gotten consistent results in? That's the evidence. That's what we just did in the last exercise. What have you gotten consistent results in? Because what is the point? And at this point, I like to tell people that, God has given me an assignment and I don't joke with it. And it is the assignment to be able to lead other people, into this knowledge industry and show them how to be able to reach large markets to pass across this knowledge. You see, this profession is a very honorable profession. And I will be wrong if I don't emphasize it for everybody on the call today and tell you that you are not fit to be a coach yet if you do not have your authority formula. That is why part of what we will do in class today again is we are still doing it. We will still break down a lot of things in class today so that you will know. There are some things that it's not there yet. Those ideas, you are not there yet. And there are things you can do to move yourself from almost there to there, where you can stand in your authority and say, I can pass this knowledge across to you because I'm passionate about it. I have results in it, and I have credibility. That's the third part. So credibility, what can you prove you are excellent at, is also very important. Because again, we have a lot of people in the industry right now where you just go to ChatGPT, or even before ChatGPT, you go to Google or YouTube, put something together, and then you start selling it because they said everybody should start selling digital products. That is really, 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 really wrong. That is really, really, really wrong. So this is the work you have to do to know what you have to do. Authority formula is very important. Now, let us talk about what I call your gold mine. And now I will tell you the story of Banire, our case study. Banire was passionate about helping people. And Banire is a very young woman, quite young. Banire has something she's very passionate about, and that is finding people's strengths. Banire can just look at people or interact with them for a few hours, and she will just know what their strengths are. And she has a framework where when she tells you how to play to your strengths, you just become a better person all around. That's one of her passions. Another passion that Banire has is married couples. Couples generally. Banire, due to her experiences in life, believes that she really wants to help married people because she knows that that thing that she has to help people find their strength. If couples should know how, if two people in a relationship know how to do that thing, that relationship will last forever. That's her ideology. She believes that you just need to find each other's strengths and you will do really well in that marriage. So because of that, Banire decided to become a couples counselor so that she can use her strength-finding ability and help couples stay longer so that they will avoid divorce. And Banire tried this for 2 years. She could not get any results. Nobody came to her. No inquiries, nothing. Nobody came to her to say, what are you selling there? I want to buy. Please teach me. Please coach me. And she was really worried. And then Banire came to me and we started going through these exercises. And one of the things that we did was I asked her questions. As we were listing the passions, listing the skills, I realized that apart from all of this, the skills that Banire had, Banire and credibility. Banire is really young, like I told you, in her early 30s, and she's already a C-suite executive. Not in one, in several multinational companies here in Nigeria. And then I stopped her. I said, wait, how? How did you become a C-suite at this age? And she was like, oh, this strength finding thing, I've been doing it since. It's been part of me. I got into the corporate world, and anytime I'm part of a team, the first thing I do is I will just help everybody to find their strengths. And before we know it, the team will become the high flyer of the organization. And then my superiors will notice that I am the difference in that team. And then they would take me and put me in another team. And the same thing will happen all over again. And then another company will poach me. And then they will poach me and take me. And then I will do the same thing in their company. And that was how I started moving from one company to another. And I started growing. And before I knew it, I became a very, and I was like, really? So where did you put all of these evidences and credibility before? Why did you think it is couples alone that you can help with the same skill? You have the arts, yes. You probably have, the skill, but you don't have credibility. And we will talk about that in today's class. The part about credibility that we've not really done very well. But I will use Banire's example to explain it to you. Remember that we are in Africa. Most people here, so I have people from Italy, from New Zealand, Australia, US, and all of that on this call. So pardon me, I'm from Africa, and I think at least 50% of the audience here are also from Africa. So I will use examples from Africa a lot. In Africa, we believe in learning from our elders. We believe in learning from our elders, people that have done it before, people that, we can see the evidence that, okay, truly, this person has what it takes to lead me. So when Banire, a very young lady and young in her marriage, very first few years of her marriage, is trying to help couple, especially, the truth of the matter is for couples counseling, before there must be a problem before people will look for a solution. The problem would probably be over several years. So meaning that the people that Banire is talking to are already like 10 years in marriage, 15 years in marriage, and all of that. And Banire, who is just 2 years in marriage, is trying to counsel them. That alone is a flag on the credibility part of the authority formula for her. So because she didn't understand what the authority formula stands for, she was expressing her passion and skill in a wrong area, whereas she has evidences, credibilities. If it were physical entities, all scattered around in all of the companies that she had worked for. People she had worked with in teams are now really doing very well because she transferred the same knowledge of strength finding to them. But she didn't know that she could use the same skill to affect other people's life. And it was doing this that she now realized, So that was how Banire moved and went to test and said, let me test this thing. And she tested, and in 3 days, she was able to generate $800. Now, the wrong formula that Banire was using is, I will help couples to find and leverage on their strengths, plus good intentions, like most of you on this call are doing. Good intentions, because when you are stressing yourself in a niche that will not help you build a business, you don't know. You think you're doing the right thing because your good intentions are attached to it. But you are not able to build a sustainable business out of it because you have not applied the authority formula. And that was why she could not make any money in 2 years, but just switched. The same passion of helping people is the same passion she used in the second time she would try this. But instead, she used her proven excellence, strength finder results, the same strength finder result, but now in the corporate world, instead of using it in a place she has no experience and no result in. So she had no experience in the couples counseling world. She had no experience, she had no skill in it, even though she had strength finding skill. But she had experience, she had results in the corporate world. And these results coupled together is what gave her the results. And take this story, keep it in one hand like this. Keep it in one hand like this because we will start applying it right now. So Banire stopped saying, I love helping couples to find their strength. And she started saying, I've used Strength Finder to advance 47 careers. Now, if you've understood what I've taught you up until this moment, and you're already getting insights on what you should be doing and what you should not be doing, we are just halfway into the class right now, and I need to move very fast. But first, please type Goldmine. If you are already getting insights, this is looking like, yes, this is what I've been looking for. This is what I've been looking for. It is making sense. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let's move forward. Now, before we move forward, I want to share a bit more with you about my own authority. We are talking about authority formula, right? Now, I want to tell you a few things about my own authority and how I have been able to help people. Now, these are some very popular, and known coaches in the Nigeria space that my agency has worked with over the last 5 years and still continue to work with. These people, we have made them a lot of money, some hundreds of millions of naira, which you can convert to hundreds of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars. Trisha B, Sholade Shakin, Yetunde Bankole, Kiki Kewale, Money Africa, Tracy Uwon Busayab, and many more. So these are some of my own authority. What gives me the authority to be able to teach you and say, this is how you should create your unique positioning? Because I have done it too many times. I've done it a lot in this space for people all over. And then this is also a student that came into this type of program to my expert to coach. Remember that what we are doing today is a trial of my expert to coach challenge, which is a 3 days challenge. But we are doing like 50% of day one is what we're doing on this call today. She came in and she understood the assignment, like we used to say over here, and she went to go and test. Because again, the idea is take the knowledge, position, and test. She went to go and test, and she was able to close 3 sales. If you can read, this is a screenshot, please read it. I was able to close sale on 3, and then close another 3 for my warmed audience, making six sales that she made just by testing this idea. This is another person who ridiculously, a teacher was charging less than $5 for her knowledge for the people that she sells it to. After Expert to Coach Challenge, she decided to increase it by 20x. So she moved from less than $5 to about $75. And in 1 week, she made 7 sales, which means instead of making $35, she was able to generate $750 within 1 week. Just because she now understood her positioning, understood how to create offers, create the best curriculum, present it to our market, and get the sales. That is the idea. Remember, I told you at the beginning when I showed you our expert to coach triangle. It is clarity, offer, and sales. You see, when we are talking about positioning, when people ask you who you are or what you do, and you say, I help people with confidence issues, because you're a confidence coach, right? That's okay. That is how most people introduce themselves, and they think it is okay. They think it is right. And you are competing with 10,000 other confidence coaches. Your prospects will think, okay, you see, that's the reaction. Oh, I help people with confidence issues. Okay. And then you're charging peanuts because even you are not sure, you are not confident. But on the other hand, that's Coach A, and I will ask you to give me, to tell me which one you think works well. And I will tell you how this person came by this description. Instead of, I help people with confidence issues. This person says, I help female executives overcome imposter syndrome in male-dominated boardrooms. Are they both confidence coaches? Please answer me. Are they both confidence coaches? Which one did you hear? And when I mean hear, which one did you really understand? If both of them introduces themselves to you like this, which one would you really hear? Is it I help people with confidence issues, or I help female executives overcome imposter syndrome in male-dominated boardrooms? Now, how did this person get to this place where they are able to say this? It is by using the authority formula. Now, let's apply the authority formula on this thing. I will assume that I am the confidence coach. Everybody, please listen to me here. So I will assume that I am the confidence coach. And I want to apply, I help people with confidence, right? That's where I'm starting from. I'm starting from, I help people with confidence. But I want to do better. I want to position properly. So I want to use the authority formula on it. The first one is my heart. What am I passionate about? So I write out all of my passions and all of that. I realize that, I'm passionate about, helping people to be confident. Like, no, confidence is a lack of confidence is a when you don't have confidence, you lose a lot of things in life. And I'm so passionate about it. And then I go to the next step of the authority formula, and it is, what is my evidence in confidence? Who have I helped with confidence? Yes, I'm passionate about confidence. Who have I helped with confidence? And I thought about it that I think the first person that I've helped is myself. Who am I? Okay, how did I help myself? What is the result that I got for myself? And then I think about it, and I say, oh, my early years in the corporate world, people bully me a lot, especially because I am working in a male-dominated field. I could not get my confidence on time until I had to do this and do this and do this and do that. And before I know it, I was able to, take my own space in boardrooms, even though the few other female colleagues that work with me, they are still struggling with it. So they are always coming to me so that I can be their voice in these male-dominated boardrooms. And then I highlight all the characteristics, of how I helped myself. Or I helped another person. And then I said, even the two other ladies that were with me, in my last company, I helped them too. And now they are able to talk. I looked at it, and then I said, okay, what's the credibility? What's the proof? Remember, it's authority formula. We are still breaking down. And then I see that there is a peculiarity to the people that I have helped with confidence. After I broke down the results and the credibility, the peculiarity is that they are female executives that are finding it tough to shine in male-dominated boardrooms. That is where I have results and evidence. I don't have results and evidence with teaching, say, where the confidence issues also arise. I don't have results in teaching, let's say, for example, men that are shy. There are some men, they are very shy. They cannot talk to a woman. Like we say, they cannot toast a woman. They cannot woo a woman. They are very shy. It could be a confidence issue. And then there can be a coach for them. But when you say I help people with confidence issues, do you know that you have categorized those men as also part of your target audience, and you cannot help them? You really don't have the results and the evidence to help men that don't have the confidence to woo women. You don't have the results and the evidence, even though you are a confidence coach. And even if you think you do, it might not be the best fit for you. So while applying your authority formula, what you want to ask yourself is, where do I have results? Where do I have credibility? That is what will make you craft what you want to do. Now, there is a formula, again, that we will use to create this. Let's go back to our workbook. Let's go back to our workbook. Is this making sense? Is this making sense? Right, good, 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 good. Good. So, Temitope, you can have more than one niche. But you see, to grow, you will only focus on one niche. Later, when that business is sustainable, you can maybe do the other niche. But if you're trying to do 2 or 3 things at the same time, you are not likely to be successful early enough in any of it. But when you pick one and focus on it and do it really well and get results and, maybe even create a team and all of that, you can pick the second one and then start working on that one too, All right. So we want to fill this exercise 3, and it is what I call the 5-level positioning audit. And a lot of coaches out there that struggle is because they stop at level 2 or level 3. Whereas the real money that you have to make in that niche is hidden inside level 4 and 5. So now we want to break it down. We want to break it. I'm looking at my time. Oh my God. Our time is fast spent. We'll move very fast. The 5-level system, let me explain it. There are 5 things. It is number 1, the category. Number 2, the subcategory. Number 3, specific problem. And number 4, your unique method, and then your target audience. But before you start filling in this, I want to make an explanation. Yes, Azuka, you can use yourself as a case study. Now, I like to explain this part, without sharing screen and all of that, so that you can all focus on me. In fact, I will time myself. I don't want to use more than 5 minutes here. I hope I'm able to stick to this time. I don't want to use more than 5 minutes. And again, I think it is only Keru. Hello, Keru. I hope you're good. It is only Kerun that is in this class with me, because she's the only one showing her face. She's the only person in class with me today. Why? Why are you not all on video? Put on your video. Put on your video. Let me see the people I'm in class with today. Thank you. Hello, 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 hello. Good to see you all. Good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your videos. It's good to see you. It gives me energy. Thank you. Good to see you. Good to see. My time is fast. I've spent 1 minute on video, but that's okay. I'm happy that I can see your faces. All right. You see the first part that we call the category. There are 3 major categories, what people call niches in the knowledge industry. Anything that you're doing in the knowledge industry will fall within these 3 categories, which is health, wealth, and relationship. Whatever it is you're doing will fall within these three categories: health, wealth, and relationship. But how do you categorize yourself and do it properly? That is what I want to explain right now, because people make mistakes. For example, say you're a doctor, you want to teach other doctors. So let's say you're a doctor, you're a consultant, and you want to teach young resident doctors how to become a consultant within 3 years instead of 7 years. Let's say that's your idea. That's what you want to teach them. You know that if I ask you to categorize this person, this doctor that is trying to teach other doctors, you will say this person belongs to health, right? You will say because it is health, wealth, or relationship. You will say they belong, but they don't belong to health. Their category is not health. Their category is not health. So how do you categorize yourself on any of these categories? It is by identifying the results that you will give to people when they pay you. So when they say, take my money, give me your knowledge, why? Why are they giving you that money? What is the result that they want to achieve? It is the result that you will use to categorize yourself. It is not your industry, because that's the mistake that a lot of people make. You use your industry to categorize yourself, but that should not be. So for example, this doctor that I just used as an example is not under health, because what he wants to help young resident doctors to do is career growth, right? Do you all agree with me that it is career growth? So he is under the wealth niche, not the health niche. So everybody, the first thing you will do right now in your workbook is put yourself in a category based on the results that people will come to you for. What results are they coming to you for? Why will they pay you $1 for your knowledge? The results they want. That result is what you will use to categorize yourself under health, wealth, or relationship. Unfortunately, we don't have the time. I would have done some workshop and used some people's answers to really explain. But again, we do that practically, fully during Expert to Coach. But I hope that you understand, what I have just explained to you right now. You use your target audience's results. My 5 minutes is done. All right. Okay. So let's go on. Let's go back to our workbook. So you want to categorize yourself. That's the first level. Remember that we are going from level 1 to level 5. So that's level 1. Put your answer. Now level 2. Level 2 is what specific area within that category do you belong to? I'll give an example. A weight loss coach, for example, will say, oh, I am in health category. And she's right. Weight loss is health. Any way you look at it, it is health. Now, so that's level 1. Level 2, on the other hand, will now be weight loss. You see? So the subcategory is that specific area. For example, let's say you're under wealth and you're an investment coach. So for you, your level 1 can be wealth, level 2 can be investment, or level 2 can be budgeting, level 2 can be parenting, for some people here, can be parenting. Level 2 can be business. Level 2 can be, that's what you would normally call your niche. What people would normally say, oh, I'm in the business niche. Oh, I'm in the weight loss niche. Which is not correct, by the way, is your level 2. That's your level 2. Now, level 3 is what urgent problem do you solve? And you see, that's word urgent. Don't joke with it. That's the key word in that statement. Because if it is not urgent, people are not ready to pay for it. That's the truth. People will keep postponing, but you want to collect money right now, right? You want people to pay you right now for your knowledge. So what is the urgent problem that you want to solve for people? That is your level 3. Write it out. Write it out, write it out, write it out. I hope we are all writing. What is the urgent problem that you want to solve for people? Like the most urgent problem that you are solving for your target audience, and be specific. Don't be too general, don't be too vague. See, you cannot be general, you cannot be vague. What is the urgent problem that you want to solve for people? That's level 3. So you have completed level 1 to 3. Keep it. Before we go to level 4 to 5, let's go back to our presentation, or my presentation. You see, this 5-level method that I'm showing you is what will multiply your coaching income. Is actually what you came for in today's class to learn. And I've already explained this to you, that we only have health, wealth, and relationships. And this is an example, of the 5-level system. We are still going back. But let me see this person, health coach. Level 2, weight loss coach. Level 3, post-pregnancy weight loss. That's the urgent problem. Do you know that in weight loss, there can be several, again, remember how I explained how you apply your authority formula based on your results and your credibility. So this person that is a weight loss person, after they have applied the authority formula, they say that, oh, the urgent problem that I can solve, because that's what I got results in, is post-pregnancy weight loss. Because, maybe I lost weight post-pregnancy, and I've helped 3 other people lose weight post-pregnancy, right? So the urgent problem, specific urgent problem that you're solving for people. And then what is the method? The method. What is the method? Let's go to part B. Let's go back to our workbook. Your unique method. Now, you may not have this yet. Again, if you decide to follow me into the 3 days challenge, this is one of the things that we will break down. So what is your own named proprietary approach to solve this problem? For our example, it could be 15-minute metabolism reset. For Banire, it was the Strength Finder career acceleration method. For you, what is it, or what could it be? You don't have to finalize this right now, but any idea you have, put it down. And then level 5, which is where we are going. Who is your target audience? And the specific outcome that they will get. Who is the target audience and what is the specific outcome that they will get? Now, when you have that answer, I want you to fill these parts of the workbook. I help you put specific person, achieve specific results using your method. I want, oh yeah, put it in the chat. I'll see how many people are following. Because if you've not been following everything we've been doing in class today, there's no way you'll be able to fill this properly. With the right, using the right words, the right, putting it together. So I want you to put it together right now. Immediately you have that, you have achieved a lot in today's class. I help specific person achieve specific results using your method. Write it out. This is what you want to do. Here in this workbook, write it out. Write it out. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Ireti is the first person to drop. She says, I help busy working moms lose weight and keep it off using the balance method, a structured nutrition and lifestyle system that fixes the root causes and fits real life. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Well done, Ireti. Well done, Ireti. Right, I'll get, as when I have 3 more, we'll continue the class. FA says, I help governments, non-profits, and development organizations say what they mean in ways people actually hear using the Mama See This test. I love it. Well done, FA. So Mknkfmk says, I help children become emotionally intelligent using my experience as a mom of 3 teenagers and a certificate in emotional intelligence. Define children. Define children, Aderonke. So I know there is a better word you can use rather than saying, children, you have 0, 2 months old, 3 months old, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year. Define children. Don't use the word children. I'm sure there's a better way you can qualify children. But otherwise, that's good. Zoom user says, I have families to connect with their children and teenagers in an effective way. The same feedback goes for you, Zoom user. Number 1, don't use children. Number 2, families. Maybe, but I think there's a better way to put it. And you said children and teenagers. Just use one word. You don't need to say children and teenagers. Use one word that covers them all. And what is an effective way? That is, and again, people, see, I'm doing some reviews. I cannot review for everybody. So listen to me and hear how I'm reviewing other people's this thing. You cannot say in an effective way. What is in an effective way? What I just taught right now is you should have a descriptive method. It is that method that you will put in your statement. In an effective way, makes no meaning to me or to your target audience, because an effect is just, it's just too vague. There's no essence behind saying in an effective way. What is an effective way, right? Onome says, I help immigrant moms achieve financial independence by selling digital products. Not bad, not bad. But you should put your method also, to just make this more powerful. You see, even if your method does not really make sense to them, there is a power that adds to that statement when we are thinking about authority formula. It helps people say, oh, okay, this sounds really good. This, it packages it quite well when you had your method, your framework, your proprietary, you just add it to it. All right. So well done, people. I love this class. You've all been doing the work with me, and I'm really, really, really happy, that you've been doing this. You've been active with me on this call. Now, ask yourself some questions. The first one, is your level 5 specific enough that you could find this person on LinkedIn or on Instagram or on Facebook, as the case may be? That's the first question you want to ask yourself. The second question is, could you explain your full positioning in 30 seconds to a stranger? When you say this thing in 30 seconds, will a stranger understand exactly what you do? Yes or no? Answer, whether it is yes or no. Will a stranger understand what you do in 30 seconds when you say this statement? If your levels 4 and 5 still feel really vague, uncertain, or generic, well, you have just discovered that your positioning is not converting, and it will likely not convert. And it is why Banire, our case study today, struggled for 2 years, because our level 4 and 5 required a structured process to extract a unique method and test it against the right and specific audience. Now, we will move to exercise 4 because we need to move really fast. We need to move really, 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 really fast, because our time is fast spent. If right now you're thinking, will getting this specific not limit my income potential? You see, what is making you think like that is because you think there is a scarcity of audience, but that's not true. I don't know the population of other people's country, but my country, Nigeria, we have over 200 million people in this country. There is no scarcity of audience. That's number one. Number two is, when you are not specific, when you think, oh, I'm being too specific, will it not limit my income potential? What you're doing is you are staying on the broad level where you are talking to 10 million people, but nobody is hearing you. But when you niche down to this level and you speak to 1,000 people, I want to ask, let's say it's so niche that there is nobody in that audience, and you're speaking to 1,000 people. And in that 1,000 people, at least 50% of them can hear you clearly and know that this is me, this is who I need, this is what I need. Just like most of you heard me, and that is why you are on this call today. So there's no scarcity of audience. If you're thinking that way, it's likely scarcity of mind. Your mind is the one creating that scarcity. There's no scarcity of audience. Niche down as much as you can. You will get better results. Now, we've done part B already. We've done all of this. I've also asked you these questions. So if you answered these questions and your answer is no to any of this, you're not at level 5 yet. If you are at level 2 or 3, you may be at level 2 or 3 thinking that you're at level 5. And this is the first thing that you do before you move anywhere, before you go anywhere. This is what you have to do. Now, I need to do the gap analysis first before we move. So now let's complete this exercise 4 in our workbook. Now, based on the exercises that you have completed so far, I want you to score yourself with I have this, I need this. The first one is a validated level 5 niche position that I am confident about. Do you have it or do you need it? And it's okay. Even after today's class, you may not still, maybe you have some clarity, but you still need some questions answered or so. So answer this very honestly. Be honest with yourself. I have this, I need this. That's the first one, a validated level 5 niche. The second one is 3+ documented client results I can reference in marketing. Now, for people that you will have a lot of I need this, it's not a problem. Because the fact that you don't have documented results right now does not mean that you cannot test. So in Expert to Coach, there's something that we do that we say so the whole process that I take you through during the week of Expert to Coach helps you to create what I call an MVP. Is a general word, minimum viable product. Your minimum viable product that you have and you can launch and test, to the audience and say, okay, let me see what happens to this. You have a product that is ready to float out there. That is what Expert to Coach does for you. So please answer these questions honestly. A named methodology I can explain in under 2 minutes. I have this, I need this. An offer I've tested against real prospects. Please continue to answer this question while I want to answer Olajumoke. Olajumoke, can you see how I used my agency and my clients from the agency, how I used their results to support my credibility and my authority? Even though I am selling to individual people on this call. So your B2B results is still results that you will use to prove to the individual person that you want to sell to that I've done it here at that level. Why would I not be able to do it for you on an individual level? I hope that, helps you, Olajumoke. So an offer I have tested against real prospects. I have this, I need this. Answer. A system for consistently getting in front of ideal clients. Because again, after you have your statement, you need a system. I have this, I need this. And the last one is confidence to charge premium prices without hesitation. I have this, I need this. Now, I want you to put in the comments, how many I have this do you have? How many I need this do you have after completing this gap analysis? No. So it is either of the two. You can't have and still need it. If you have it, you don't need it. If you need it, you don't have it. Luakemi says 3 each. Nkechi says 4, I have this. 2, I need this. Lee says, I have 1, I need 5. 5, 6, 1, 6. Good, Faridat. Abigail says 5. Margaret says 5, I need this. So you see, you've all done the work and seen where you are right now on this journey. Let me quickly tell you again the story of some people that have gone through the Expert to Coach challenge. It is Yvette. Her Instagram name is Dial a Cake. She had been trying to launch a course for 4 years and she was not successful at it. You know why? Because she's a vegetarian. She bakes vegetarian cakes, plant-based. She uses plant-based recipes. And every time she says, oh, come and learn how to bake cakes with, vegetarian recipes and all of that, everybody will just be looking at her like this. When there are so many YouTube videos that teaches this same thing. Why should I come and pay you for the same thing? So it was not successful until she applied the authority formula. While applying the authority formula, the same way that I just taught you, she realized that in our current environment at that time, there is a problem. That problem was that cost of ingredients was so high, and all other bakers were complaining about the cost of ingredients. But she realized that that was not a problem. That was not a situation, because our own cost is at least 40% lesser than other people. Why? Because our plant-based recipes, the ingredients are really cheap, not as expensive. Because of that, she realized that this is the result she has in this space. It is that she's able to bake cheaply. And then she repositioned and say, I help small bakery owners increase profit margins by 40% using my plant-based revolution system. It's the same thing she was teaching them. It is just the positioning that was different. It is just the positioning of how to use. And then everybody else, oh, it's true. I have problem of high cost of ingredients. There is somebody that knows how to reduce it by 40%. Of course, take my money. The same thing. Plant-based recipes, but different positioning. And she signed up 60 students on her very first launch. Are you getting this? That is what positioning does for you. That is exactly what positioning does for you. Now we will move to exercise 5. That's what I call the completion problem. And this one is more for you. Honestly, it's just a personal thing that you want to do right now, because now you have the framework. You have this understanding, the things that I have, taken you through in this class today. You know what a level 5 niche is, what it looks like. After today, what are you going to do with this information? So I want you to answer. And you've been answering these questions. Don't wait, because this one really is very personal. Don't stop right now. Answer the questions. So I want you to think about the last 3 courses, workshops, or training programs that you have completed in this area. If you have, what happened afterwards? What did you learn? What did you implement? Now, very soon, I'm going to invite you to join me on the 3 days Expert to Code challenge if you would like to take this forward and do this once and for all. But again, the best I can do, which I do in all of my courses, is to make sure that you do it while you are in class with me and just get everything done. And it is like that for every day of Expert to Coach also. But even at that, I can only take, I can only take the horse to the river. I cannot force the horse to drink the water. So even after Expert to Coach, you may still not do anything with it. And that is the truth. But I don't want that. You see, because both the mindset and the work is what I deal with. And that is what we want to do in this exercise 5. The times you've done this in the past, what happened? Be very honest with yourself. Did you learn? If you did, put it. Did you implement? If it is yes, answer. Why did you not implement more? Why did you stop? Or why did you not implement at all? Be very honest. This one, you're not giving me the answer. It's just for you. The answer is just for you. It is just for you to be honest with yourself. Now, try to recognize the pattern. I learned a lot, but I got distracted before implementing. I started implementing, but I stopped because it got hard. Because you see, when you have, this is a diagnostic workshop, right? By the time you diagnose yourself and you see, it's easier for you to overcome the limitation, because now you know what the problem is. I started implementing, but I stopped. I didn't have accountability to keep me on track. I got overwhelmed and I didn't know where to start. Life got busy and I planned to get back to it, but you never did. I second-guessed my decisions because I did not have feedback. I didn't have a structured deadline or a milestone system to follow. What was it? What was it? Go through this, diagnose yourself, and know what the problem is. I'll go back to my slides. While you keep thinking about that. Now, after now, there are two paths you can take after today. Because after this knowledge now, there are things that you need to do. And the first one is you need to know how to present your offer. So you have this positioning statement right now. If you've done the work on this call, you have your positioning statements. Now, after the positioning statement, the next thing you need to do is to know how to create your offers. How to create your offers. And then you need to understand the concept of what we call funneling, sales funnels, so that when you launch, you don't launch to crickets. Even if it is a test launch for your MVP, to see and test if this, let me test if this works. You need to understand how to price. Pricing is very important so that you will not continue to watch competitors with worse expertise. Like you see people teaching the wrong thing and you'll be there, you do your glasses like this. Then you say, this coach, oh, what kind of coach is this? This thing she's teaching people is really wrong. I'm telling you, I know this. I've done it for 20 years. I've done this for 20 years. I know she's teaching them. It's really wrong. Why are you not doing it? Why? Why are you not teaching it? And you allow somebody to be teaching the wrong thing to people. But you only sit there and you do your glasses like this. And you start complaining. And then the second part is for you to join me for another 1 week. Yeah, I call it a 3 days challenge, but it is actually 5 days that we spend together. It's 1 week. It's 1 week work, practical work, all days of the week to get your product ready. You have the experience, you're professionals. That's why you're on this call. Expert to Code challenge that you have just tested 50%. This is, like I said, this is 50% of day one. Expert to Code challenge for each day is 3 hours. It is 3 hours of live class. On day one, we will get crystal clear on your profitable niche on day one. We'll do everything that we need to do, so that you have a profitable niche that we will take into day two. Day one would usually happen on a Monday and day two on a Wednesday, because there's something else we do on Tuesdays, and I'll tell you later. Day two is we create your irresistible offer and something we call a phantom offer. Because that phantom offer is the one you will start executing and use to start getting leads before day 3 of Expert to Coach. Now, on our way to create the irresistible offer and phantom offer, we will stop by your customer avatar and we will do a deep dive into your target audience in a way you've never seen it done before. Then we will go on the way, we will also branch at creating your curriculum, your deliverables for your program. Your deliverables will be created so that you have your product taking shape right there on the call, and then we will then create your offers. That's what we do on day 2. And on day 3, and may I say on day 2 is where I also teach you how to use artificial intelligence to do what normally you would do. What would normally take you 2 to 4 weeks to do. I'll show you how to do it in under 3 hours. Because day 2 is our AI day. We will use AI to do most of the things that we will do on day 2. And then on day 3 is where I will show you how the systems connect together. And the simple system that you can put in place right now to start getting your clients. So you will have confidence to charge premium prices immediately. Now, the difference between expert to coach and other courses or programs that you may have attended or heard of before is that just like you have experienced today, I will not just teach you and talk over your head and say, do it like this, you then do like this, and do like this, and then you get overwhelmed and you are not able to do anything. No. You will execute with me in class because God has given me the gift of knowing how to break things down. So everything that you need to know, I have broken it down, and then we'll take it one by one, till we have a solid result for each day. For each day, there is a result that you will achieve before you leave class that day. Now, which part do you want to take? So put blueprint. If you think, I want to do expert to coach, it sounds really like something that I should be doing right now. My goal for 2026, expert to coach looks like it will help me to achieve this goal. Good. Thank you for the replies. Blueprint. Good. Now, this is Diction with Truth. That is her name on Instagram, Diction with Truth. She's an elocution coach. She had been doing things on Instagram. She has been doing things, and then she attended the Expert to Coach Challenge and she was like, wow, so this is what I've been doing wrong. And then she went ahead to re-strategize, and increased her course, the price. And she now, from before she was charging like 100,000, I would say like $100 for the purpose of people that do not understand the Naira, currency. I'll say about $100. And then she went ahead to increase that $100 to around $899, depending on the Forex. And she got several people on her very first try. She got several people to register for a now premium course just because of the knowledge she got from Expert to Coach Challenge. Now, this is Edirin. Edirin is from Canada. She's a real estate agent. When she came to Expert to Coach, she didn't have any idea. She just knew that she has experience and expertise in real estate as a real estate person in Canada. And then she got her positioning, she got her idea. She went ahead to test her idea for 47 in a 90-minute webinar that she charged $47 for. And then she sent me a message and said, oh, I've made 6 sales. Within that 1 week, she made 6 sales. That's about $329. Isn't that something for testing an offer? I want you to listen to this video from Edirin, the same Edirin, maybe about 2 to 3 months after she attended Expert to Coach, because I would usually have like a once per quarter alumni meeting with graduates of Expert to Coach to just, what has been happening, what are you doing, and all of that. And this is what happened. This is what she said in that town hall meeting.
How are you? Yeah, so
how are you?
So I'm very good, thank you. So Coach, I listened to when you were talking about how if you have a failed launch, it's not a fail, it's data. And I just wanted to buttress that because it happened to me, and I'll tell you, just to probably encourage someone who's on the call. So as you know, I did a test run of $47 and I got people to sign up.
Yeah.
So I ran an ad. I increased the course price because I know the transformation I offer is in thousands of savings. So I increased the price to $97 and I ran ads and everything. and nobody bought, and that was at $97. So those data I got from Facebook, I started looking at what my messaging was in terms of how I structured it. Where am I really getting people to? So I now noticed that my Ontario here is not where I'm really getting people. A lot of people that showed interest were in other provinces. So so what I did, I now ran a free webinar. So I ran a free webinar, I started targeting them. Then on my social media, I went in and I was tagging location. I started using location to target a lot of them so that it will reach directly to people in that province, right? To just train the algorithm to know where I was doing. I increased the course to $497 because I was sure of my transformation. But what I did in my webinar was I told them that because they attended the webinar, I gave a 50% off. And I did get sales at $200, so I gave them $200. I did get sales at $297. So this is just to buttress the point, is not giving up. I spent a lot of money on that ad that I did not get anybody. But for one person that bought the second time, it covered all that ad spend I did. Yeah. So it's very important I'm just buttressing it that nothing is lost. Even if you did not get people, you have data. It's just to keep.
So can you hear? Expert to coach. That's what it does for you. All you need to do is execute. Get your product. She had no idea, not product. She had no idea before coming into Expert to coach, but now she has created a business that she now knows how to just make money from it. And I know that that is what a lot of you here are looking for, to make money from your ideas.
Hello, everyone.
This is Ngozi.
Coach Mayowa. It's been a wonderful 2-3 days, I must say. I've been looking for how to turn my free trainings and teachings into coaching classes that can, like an upgrade. Yeah, one can still give free things, but sometimes, when you give free things, people don't really appreciate it. So I've been looking for how, and I didn't know, but with these 3 days, I can say that it's been mind-blowing, it's been amazing, giving me some direction. And, when I saw your adverts, I had just finished a 3 hours prayer, asking God that, please, I just want another level. I wanted another day. I was like, God, I need, there's something in the air that I can't speak, that I know there's the next level for me in this line, coaching and training and all these free things I do. So as I finished praying incidentally and I went to Facebook, the first thing that I saw was your video advert. And you have been seeing a lot of that, and I'll just scroll fast. I'm like, these people are this one's a game. And the day before I had actually sent, because I'm on holiday, we usually take like 3-4 months holiday. So I'm on holiday, I won't be back to Nigeria until about August. So there was one of the trainings I clicked on and it was charging me in pounds because I'm in Manchester. So I sent it to my office in Nigeria that they should please help me check it out, to know the cost in Nigeria. They didn't get back to me until the next day when I just finished prayers and I saw it. So immediately I saw something said this is answer to your prayer. So I just clicked on it. And because I was still having doubts, I just did the first level. Of course, I know all these, when one is doing advice.
I want you to, this was a feedback that Ngozi gave on the second day of Expert to Coach our course. This is a feedback during the town hall meeting that we would usually have every quarter.
Good evening. I'm good. Oh, wow. I must just say that, sometimes, some days are really blessed in one's life. So I want to bless the day I ran into you on Facebook.
Thank you.
It's just been on my toes since then. I've coached people for years, spiritually, soft-wise, health-wise, for free for decades. And initially it was very difficult for me to say, I'm going to charge anyone, to coach anyone on anything. But those 3 days of expert to coach gave me reason to, do so. And I thank God from the second day, when you said we should give a trial, when you said that after the expert to coach, one will be able to get like 10 clients that are okay, I just gave it a trial. And for real, I got like 40 people that paid in 2 days. And I'm like, wow, 40 people paid in less than 3 days, and I ran that during the expert to coach as a trial, and I really got a lot of testimonials. One thing I noticed was that maybe the
So I can give you testimonials over and over again, but I will not waste your time because I know you're eager to hear what my offer is that I want to present to you. This is also Dr. Wright from Ghana. After expert to coach, as he started implementing, his first sale was 2,000 USD and then 1,000 USD. Your months of confusion and no income will leave by the time you are done with expert to coach. And you won't have to be racing, and just, let me just charge something and all of that. Because you will test and then you will continue to implement. This is easy. The same thing happened to her. She started expert to coach. The next week after expert to coach, she made her first sale. Afterwards, she got a one-on-one client for a 1-hour clarity session, about $400. That's about 600K in Nigerian naira, and over and over and over like that again. So I want to invite you to come and on day one, come to me, spend the first day with me, and let me help you to lock down your level 5 niche and show you which product will be profitable, how to know the product that will be profitable for you to launch with your many ideas. On day 2, I want you to come and let me help you and guide you to create the right avatar. Because if you're selling to the wrong people, it may not work. You have to sell to the right people for them to see the value in what you're saying. I also want to help you to create compelling offer templates because you need to be able to present your offer to people in the right way. And I will show you how to use AI to generate the right content for your business. I will also now show you the funnel frameworks, both the simple and the complex, that you need to start a sustainable business. I will give you templates on how to nurture your leads, and you will get your launch strategy blueprint by the time you're done with day 3 of Expert to Coach. Expert to Coach starts on the next Expert to Coach starts 2nd February. Somebody was asking a question and saying what time. It is 7 p.m. what? 7 p.m. West African time, 7 p.m. GMT +1. You would have to convert that to your time zone, to be sure that that time is, okay for you. But again, let me tell you something that I tell people, because I know the next question will be, oh, I'll be at work at that time. Oh, I will be, see, when the link to pay for Expert to Coach is sent to you, the first testimonial, that is different from all the testimonials I've shared here. The first testimonial of Coach Lara that made $6,000 after Expert to Coach is the one. She did not attend any Expert to Coach live. She couldn't attend live because she had another engagement that time. But what she will do is she would attend, because for every day of Expert to Coach, you will get an assignment. You have to do that assignment and submit it. And on Tuesday, which will be the following day, I will personally review each person's assignment one by one. So she would watch the recording, ensure she submits her assignments, get it reviewed. Then the next day, watch the recording again, submit the assignment the next day. And that was how she attended Expert to Coach. And she launched and made $6,000 her first launch. So that answers your question of, oh, but I will not be available by 7 p.m. Will this still be useful to me? Yes. And this is my offer for Expert to Coach Challenge. Why? Because I don't want anybody on this call to say the reason I am not able to attend is because I cannot afford it. That is why I have created the standard access at just $55, which is 82,500 Nigerian naira, but $55. For you who say, right now I cannot afford a lot, but I really want to be part of Expert to Coach. And then there is the VIP access at just $99. And then there is the platinum access at $150 for the 3 days of the challenge. Now, let me explain the difference between these three packages. The first one, $55. Elgina, I may not be able to give you the amount in rands. Toby, if you're there, please, you can check on Seller how much rand is so that we can help our South African audience to, understand the conversion of these currencies. Or you could just convert from dollar to your currency. I think that is easier, Elgina. So for standard access, you will attend on YouTube. You will not attend on Zoom. So please listen, everyone. You will get your workbooks. No, so there are different workbooks that are the day one, the workbook for day one of Expert to Coach is different from the workbook that I have shared for this class. So you get all your workbooks. You will get 7 days replay access to the 3 days of Expert to Coach. You will get basic question and answer via the community if you decide to join the WhatsApp group where we have our community, because I know not everybody will want to join. And then you will have access to, one GPT tool. May I also tell you that I have GPT tools, that I have created specifically for Expert to Coach. Customized GPT tools, logically, you may wondering how I'm able to break things down like this. Let me tell you a little bit about myself again, is that I used to be a programmer. So I was a computer science graduate and I went straight into programming. I worked as a programmer for several years before I moved into project management, where I started managing the deployment of several banking applications across sub-Saharan Africa. I led the deployment of internet banking for several banks like Access Bank, UBA, Sterling Bank. I deployed the first chat banking application in Nigeria. I did a lot in the tech space before I started my digital marketing agency. All of this knowledge has, helped me to understand complex problems and how to break them down. And that is what you will enjoy when you come to my class. So I have GPT tools that you will use that is specifically created for this one problem. This one is created for this one, and we will be, utilizing and using these tools. So for VIP access, the difference between standard and VIP access is you will attend the classes on Zoom where you will be able to ask me questions and I'll be able to answer you. You will have 6 months access to the replay of the sessions. You will have access to 3 GPT tools that you will be able to use. And then you will have 2 detailed reviews. Now, when I say 2 detailed reviews, that is the reason I have Tuesday and Thursday as in-between days for the 3 days Expert to Coach. That's why I said you spend 5 days with me, natural facts, not 3 days. Because on Monday, we have the live session. On Tuesday, you will submit your assignment. I will review it one by one. That's what I do on Tuesdays of the week of Expert to Coach. And then on Thursday, the same thing. What's the results that we arrive at on Wednesday? That's the second day class. You will submit it and I will review it one by one. If you are on VIP and Platinum on Thursday, and then we will have the last class on Friday, there is no reason why you will not have your idea ready to float by the end of Expert to Coach. And then Platinum will now have, the difference is you get everything in VIP, but you will have one extra class with me that I call the Platinum After Party. It is usually really interesting. And it is where I now help you again further. We take another step. I'll not tell you what I do in that class, but you should trust me that it will be really, really good. So what do I recommend for you to get onto? It is the platinum access. Or if you say, oh, I cannot afford platinum, can I do VIP? Please go ahead and do it. If you say, I cannot afford VIP, can I do standard? Do it. The most important thing is that you're in the class and you're doing as I'm doing. That's the most important thing. So anywhere you can find yourself here, please find yourself and get into this class with me so that we can do this thing once and for all. Now, to help you make your decision faster, I will be giving 4 bonuses to people that take their decision tonight. If you make your payments tonight, right here, as we are on this call, you will get 4 bonuses from me. And now let me give you the bonus. So if you're here and you say, oh, I don't know my niche, so I am not sure if I can start this thing yet, I'll give you an AI tool that you can start using before we start the class by February 2nd. It is what I call my Million Naira Niche Finder AI tool that I have programmed to ask you questions and then take you the process and then have dialogue and discussions with you to help you arrive at where you're going. It's a very amazing tool, if I say so myself. Now, you say, I'm not sure I have authority. I've tried to apply the authority formula. I'm not sure anybody will listen to me. There is a way you can build authority within 90 days. You will get this book that will show you how to build your 90-day credibility system. If you say, I'm not sure I have authority and all of that, if you pay tonight, you will get this. And then the 3rd bonus, oh, okay, after all of this, I know how to start posting on social media. I don't know how to design graphics, so I don't. If you see my graphics, if I show you what I use AI to design, you will not believe it. I'm giving you my client magnet flyer system framework that you will use ChatGPT, free ChatGPT, to design amazing flyers so that will no longer be an impediment to your growth in this industry. And the 4th one is, okay, I can buy and do this thing, but I'm a chronic procrastinator. I procrastinate a lot. I'm not sure I'll be able to follow through. I have the solution for you. It is so that after Expert to Code Challenge, and then you need to start, creating visibility online and all of that. I have created a 30-day system that every day, all you need to do is just go into it and say, okay, this is what I'm supposed to do today. Let me go and do it. This is what I'm supposed to do today. Let me go and do it. And then you follow that and do it one by one. And you see that I have made sure that everywhere is covered. And you will be able to achieve the results you desire to achieve. So again, $55 for standard access, $99 for VIP access, and $150 for platinum access. Choose the one that is the most convenient for you. You will get value in all of the packages. What do I recommend? Platinum, because that is where you get a lot. But if it is standard you can do, please don't miss this. The payment details, the link is being sent into the WhatsApp group and the chat here, so that if you desire to join us by February 2nd, you can take your action right now and join. And if you're here and you're saying, okay, I want to pay tonight, I would like to get these, bonuses, and I don't have enough cash to go through with it right now, lock your spot with $20 and pay up before February 2nd. No, Faith. So if you get onto standard, you will not get the reviews because you will not be in the group. Yes, you can do platinum, but you pay up before February 2nd. You can do any level with this $20. Any level. You can do any level with this $20. Just pay up before February 2nd when we start. So the commitment link has been sent into the group. So I posted, will someone who is already a full-time staff in an organization be able to do this without conflict of interest? So I cannot give you a total yes to that answer. It will depend on the contract that you have with your organization and the niche you are working on. So that answer is not straight until I have the full details before I can tell you, okay, there's a way to position so that it doesn't conflict with what you're currently doing in your organization. But again, what stops you from learning it? Because do you know when you will have to leave that organization and that knowledge will now be useful for you to study? Let us say it even conflicts. But again, there are always ways where you can position properly. You can position properly and it will not conflict, but I cannot give you a direct yes yet. Adewonke says, can you go over the first two bonuses that comes with paying tonight? So the first two bonuses are the Million Naira Niche Finder GPT tool and the Expert to Authority Blueprint. It is a book. Expert to Authority Blueprint is a 90 days credibility system that shows you how to get your credibility within the next 90 days. And the first one is a GPT tool. I first say, is the date fixed? It is date for the training fixed or flexible? It is fixed. It is fixed. I mean, February 2nd, we start February 2nd, Monday, and we end by Friday. We start on Monday, February 2nd, and we end by Friday of that same week. So lock your spots, lock your spots. I've made it very easy for as many people as this. If you desire to be part of this training, you can do it. Tell yourself you can do it. Make a commitment with that $20 and try to get the rest before February 2nd. It is an investment. You've seen the testimonials. They don't have two heads. You know that. You are even better than some people because you may have more experience. Maybe these people have 10 years and you have 20 years experience. But you need to do something with all of these experiences, all of this expertise that you have gathered over the years. That is just staying there. You know, knowledge that can be making money for you, knowledge that you can start making impact and money from. Because again, I must tell you that this is not all about money. Impact is also a very big part of it. So if you're at the stage of your life where you know that I need to be making more impact than I already do, I need to be making more impact, then this is the class for you. This is the class. It is 30,000 naira in naira. 20 USD is 30,000 naira, 30K in naira. Aderonke said, the timing is not favorable to me since I have 6 hours time difference. If I want to pay for premium, how would I get value? So Aderonke, where are you? So I have many students. I have people that attend from US, from Canada. I'm guessing you are either from US or Canada. And I have, I have a lot of students from those two countries. And, so like I said, even if you don't attend live, you just need to watch the recording and make sure that you submit your assignment and get it reviewed. Do you understand? That's the main thing. Submit the assignment by the next day and get it reviewed. Rebecca says, securing the spot this night can still come with the 2 bonus. Please advise. Yes. When you secure tonight, it will. Aderonke says, yes, I guessed as much, Aderonke, that you're in Canada. Yeah, so I have a lot of students from that region. And, all my students coming through this program and then to Expert to Coach. Please, I'm in UK and can't pay. Matilda, why? What is the reason? Are you having any technical challenges? Toby, John, please, can you resend the link into the Zoom chat? Please resend the link into the Zoom chat. Also send the link via email. Send an email with the payment details. Yeah, also please use the link. Please use the link. Immediately you pay through the link, you will get your 4 bonuses. You'll get an email. Just pay through the link, you will get an email and your bonuses will be applied. You will get an email and your bonuses will be applied. So if you're here and you are still thinking about it, you are not sure if this is the right thing for you to do, can you tell me why? I want you to tell me why in the comments. Let me see if I have a solution for you. If there's something I can do to help, maybe. Please let me know. If you're here and you're still sitting on the fence, you're not sure whether this is the whether you want to join this program or not. Please tell me why. I'd like to know why. Okay, Margaret. So on the page, when you get to the payment page, you will see where we wrote, do you want to pay in dollars? Please click to pay in dollars. Even though you're from the UK, you will be able to pay with your debit or credit card. You can use Seller or use our Stripe payment processor. So guys, if you are here and sitting on the fence, please tell me why. Tell me why. I'd like to know why. I'd like to know why. Tell me. Tell me. I'm listening. I want to listen for the next 10 minutes before I end the class because I know our time is fast spent. Okay, Coquette so says, I would love to join, but don't have the funds yet. I quite understand that. I quite understand that. What you can do, we've been sending you emails so you can check your email. You can send an email. You can send an email and tell me if you would like, a payment plan. You may not be able to join this course. Maybe another course that would likely be having March or April. I'm not sure yet. Either March or April, but maybe you can, take some time to do your payment plans and do it gradually, just so that if you know you want this, because where there is a will, there is a way. You just need to identify that you have the will. You really want to do this. So if you want to do this, you then plan out a way for you to be able to do it. So Esther Moore says, education level is my problem. I don't understand the question though. What do you mean by education level? What do you mean by education level? Sikirat says, I love the program, but I don't have the money. So the same advice that I gave to another person, to Coquette, so right now, can also be applied to you. You can let us know if there is a way you can do this. You want us to spread it out for you so that you can finally join another cohort. That is an option. Okay, so I'm really sorry about your health and I'm happy that you are fine now. Please send an email to us. Send an email to us. Let me know when, send an email to us so that we will be able to sort you out. Zoom user says, hi, I'm not able to pay with the link. What is the exact problem you're having? Please let me know. Or please drop, if you are Zoom user, if you are in the WhatsApp group, please drop a message in the WhatsApp group, because then my team will be able to help you directly. They will come into your DM and assist you, to sort out the payments. Farida says, trying to make payment but not working. Can you send me the GT Bank for me to send the advanced transaction? I could not. We prefer you to make payments with the link, because there is also a transfer option on the link so that you are automatically enrolled and you can get your bonuses. Faith says, what are the options if commitment is made and can't be completed before it starts? So if you are not able to complete it before it starts, we will move you to the next cohort. We'll move you to the next cohort. Esther says, I think the course is for those that are highly educated. Oh, no, that is not. No, so let me clarify. I understand what you mean, Esther. But you see, this is not about education, your qualifications. Yes, not education, qualification. This is not about qualification. It is about your knowledge, because you can be a soap maker with no tertiary education, and you are the best at soap making, and you're making money from soap making. And there are people who would love to understand how you make and sell your soaps so that they can start making and selling soaps like you. Can you see that it is not a level of high education? It is about your knowledge. So I hope that answers you, Esther. Now, Bolanle says, I don't know how to pay online. I'm an old school. Okay, I understand you. Please send a message. Send a message to the WhatsApp group if you are in the WhatsApp group. My team will assist you. Send a message to my team on WhatsApp. They will assist you. Mildred says, I really want to do this, but currently I don't have money. I totally understand that. I also wanted to access the bonuses as well when I get the money. Okay, so send us an email. Let us know when you can do this, what's your plan and all of that, and we'll see how we can assist you. Also, everybody here, I hope you know that with what you have received in this class today, you can start something. You may not understand the system. You may not understand how to create your offers and all of that, but you are better than most people out there. I promise you. With the knowledge that you have received here today, you are already better than most people out there. So don't hold yourself down. I always use the parable of dollars in the Bible. I'm a Christian. So, I use Bible references. If you're not a Christian here, that's fine. The parable of dollars is when, the parable of talent, not dollars, parable of talent. When a talent is given to different people, one talent is given to one person, another person 3 talents, another person 5 talents. And then the person with 1 talent says, oh, so look at me from head to toe. You looked at me from head to toe, and you think it is 1 talent you are supposed to give to me. You this wicked master. And then the other person that had 3 talents and 5 talents, they took it to the market and traded with the talents. And then they came back to their master and said, Master, this is what we got from trading with this talent. And then the master asked the person with the 1 talent, hey, you come. What happened? What did you do with your talent? And this person was so disgruntled and very unhappy and was like, oh, is it because? And they didn't do anything with that 1 talent. And of course, no result. It's the same thing here. You cannot afford it right now to join Expert to Coach. It is okay. But I promise you that you are better than most coaches out there with the knowledge you have already received. Like, you have your positioning statement already. Take that positioning statement, create an Instagram page, a Facebook page, put the positioning statement and start creating content. Go to YouTube, go and learn how to create content and start creating content around that positioning statement and start posting it. You are progressing. That's what it means. You are using your 1 talent to do something. All right? So I hope that helped you. Okay, Violet says, does it mean if one does not pay today, they can't get the bonuses? Yes, you have to pay at least the $20 commitment to get the bonuses. But you can pay anytime. You can pay between now and February 2nd. The only difference is you will not get the bonuses. So Simeon says, I'm so interested in this session. I just can't make the fund available now. Just invested in a trip to participate in a founders training for the next 6 days. Simeon, I totally understand that. Perun is a past student, and she says, I have joined the last time and I have no regrets. It was the best thing that happened was getting the clarity from you. I just want to refresh. Thank you, Kerun. Thank you. Happy to see you. So Midrell says, when is the next group? It's either it will happen March or April. It will happen March or April. But you are in our email list. We'll always communicate it to you. All right, Anita. Why is it not changing to pounds or dollars? It's only in NGN. It means you're using the wrong link, Matilda. Can somebody help Matilda and send the direct dollar link to Matilda? John or Toby, please send the direct dollar link to Matilda. If you have to send us any email, I will drop 2 emails for you that you can send an email to. Our support email and my personal email, where you can reach me. So I've just dropped 2 emails into the chat. You can pick it if you need to send us an email. So it is not only in NGN. I think you're not, somebody will help you. I'm sure somebody will assist you. Matilda, can somebody please reach out to Matilda to help her? All right, Nkechi, happy to see you. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, everyone. I am happy to welcome you into Expert to Coach. All right. So I hope you all got value from this class. Zoom user, please send your question into the chat. Send your question into the chat because I need to round up this meeting. We are way over the time that I promised that I will finish. But I hope you all got value and, you have moved at least one step ahead, from where you were before you attended this class. I hope to see you all in the Expert to Coach Challenge. And if not, I hope to see you later. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to be able to lead you on this journey. I do not take it for granted at all. And I wish you all the best. And for those that I am seeing in Expert to Coach, I will be seeing you very soon. Thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. You will get the details also in your email, the payment details in your email and on WhatsApp if you are on the